way Jiu-Jitsu works, it's not like a linear line like this that just goes up and up and up and up. We go on a straight line like this, sometimes even do something like this, but then out of nowhere we do this. Guys, one topic that I see a lot here in my channel is, especially in the comments, is people saying like that they got a plateau in Jiu-Jitsu. And Bernardo, I do Jiu-Jitsu for X amount of years, I'm purple belt, and I feel I'm not getting better anymore, and that kind of stuff. You know, like, and guys, this is super common in Jiu-Jitsu, and when I saw this topic over here, I was like, okay, this is a great topic for me to make a video, because I can share a lot of experience that I had in my career with you that I think it's gonna help you a lot. And guys, in my opinion, the way Jiu-Jitsu works, it's not like a linear line like this that just goes up and up and up and up. I almost feel like our career in Jiu-Jitsu is like we go on a straight line like this, sometimes even do something like this, but then out of nowhere we do this. And then you go here, maybe you feel you're getting worse a little bit, and out of nowhere you do this. And etc, etc, etc. So I'm gonna share here with you guys some of the phases that I had in my career and where were the plateaus and what happened that was a breakthrough. And I think that's going to help you a lot. And then in the end, I'm also going to give you some comments that might be happening with you. But anyways, I started Jiu-Jitsu back in 2001 when I was 14 years old. And back when I started Jiu-Jitsu, my whole strategy was to pull close guard as quick as I could and try the hip bump sweep or the hand on the belt sweep, whatever you call, or kibura. I was 14 years old, white belt, and that's all I would do all day long. And on top, I would do either the Toriano or the stack pass. So I was like, if I'm on top, Toriano or stack pass. If I'm on bottom, close guard, hip bump sweep. And that was my strategy. And I did that for like months and months and months. And then at some point, I started hitting that plateau. The close guard would not work anymore. The Toriano sweep and the stack pass was like kind of like stuck there as well, and this and that, so it was not working. And then all of a sudden, someone taught me which was my instructor, he taught me the half guard, which the one I call like the single leg half guard. And that was a spike, because as soon as I learned that position, I was like, man, this is my move. And it was like a click, you know, like, and then I started doing that move and started sweeping a lot of people, and I noticed that I did like that spike, you know, like. But then I would get on top of people, and also again, I was doing the stack pass and the Toriano pass, and also again, I felt some plateau, you know, like, so I got that spike from the half guard, felt some plateau. And then a blue belt from my gym, who his nickname was Coke, because he used to work at Coke at my hometown, he taught me how to do the over-under pass. And also again, it felt like a click, you know, like he taught me the move, I tried a few times, I was like, man, this works for me. And I did feel that like spike, you know, like boom. And I was already a blue belt back then, I was like blue belt juvenile, and it was also a spike. And then I was doing over-under a lot, half guard, I still had my close guard and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then at some point I felt another plateau. And that was the time I developed the deep half guard from the half guard. So now I had two options in the half guard. I had the single leg half guard and I had the deep half guard. Started doing that a lot, doing that a lot. At some point, plateau again. And then another big breakthrough in my career was when I moved to São Paulo. So I had a very solid game. I had very strong fundamentals that I learned from my instructor, Ricardo Marques. I had these specific moves that I had developed, the single leg half guard, the deep half guard, the over-under pass, but I didn't have that confidence yet, you know, like, even though I was already like a purple belt, open class world champion and second in the world, I didn't feel like I'm the best black belt in the world, like, and I got my black belt. So when I moved to São Paulo and I started training for all those best guys, back then it was like Michael Langhi, Léo Nogueira, Sergio Moraes, Bruno Malfacini was on the mat every day. All those best guys, that was another like spike in my career. Like I got better like really quick. Like in a span of like a few months, my jiu-jitsu changed. And it was the same jiu-jitsu, but became like a lot tighter, a lot better. You know, like that was another spike in my career. And then also again, I hit another plateau. And then I moved to New York City in 2013. That was another spike. Now I was training for Marcelo Garcia, a lot of no-gi. A lot of people used to play butterfly. That was kind of like a weakness in my game, how to pass the butterfly. And then all of a sudden I was training against a bunch of people doing butterfly every single day. Boom, another spike in my game. And then I hit another plateau again, and then came to wrestling. I started doing wrestling in 2014. Also a week at Edge Hoboken, and that was another big spike, you know, like I improved my stand-up game by a lot. I got a lot more pressure in my game because wrestling, you're always pressuring. And even my strategy got a lot better because now I could hit a double leg. If double leg fails, I'm gonna pull half guard. If double leg works, I had my over-under connected to the double leg, and etc. So that was another big spike. But guys, I think the main point of this video here is I started Jiu-Jitsu in 2001, and I went all the way up to 2016 or 17 over here, with you guys in this timeline. How many breakthroughs and spikes I had? I don't think I mentioned 10 spikes over here. I might have mentioned like 7 or 8 or 6 maybe. So the point is, in 17 years, I consider that I had probably like 6, 7 or 8 spikes, you know, like. So the point is like, look how much time I probably spent on those plateaus, you know, like. But I keep trying, and then you finally hit the spike. So I think the bottom line here is that Jiu-Jitsu is hard. You have a lot more plateau days than like click days, than spike days, and spike seasons, let's put it like this. But I think like we gotta keep trying, we gotta keep going to the gym, we gotta keep doing what we can to do our best. We gotta keep trying to train as often as we can. We gotta keep trying to control our diets, to do workouts outside, and etc. So it's a lot more time on plateaus than on spiking seasons. But I think that's how it is. And I think it's very similar to life as well. Like even when I look backwards on BJJ Fanatics, for example, I do know exactly what were the spikes that brought us to where we started to where we are. And there were like a few spikes for some reasons. And there don't need to go here because it would make the video very long. But the point is, I think like in life and in Jiu-Jitsu, we spend a lot more time on plateaus than on actually those spikes. But we keep doing what we have to do every day, which is going to the gym, training, doing our best. And those plateaus will show up for us if we are actually chasing them. You know, like, so I hope this video helped you guys. The main goal of these videos is to make sure that you guys get value from this. And if you do Jiu-Jitsu, and especially if you're over 30 or over 35 years old, I have a series called Jiu-Jitsu for Old Guys. I consider over 30 old guys because you're in the Masters Division. So make sure to check it out. It's at bjjfanatics.com. I have pretty much like Jiu-Jitsu for Old Guys for all type of subjects. So I think it's something that's gonna really benefit you. So make sure to check that out, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTube Faria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.